Hello, Gungans and droids. It is me, Mystery Hippo. I'm here with another Proving Grounds video. This is part 2, where I break down Proving Grounds. I go through a team that you can use to tackle all, or if not all, most of the Proving Ground events, so you can try to get those shards without wasting time. If you missed part 1, I tackled Proving Grounds with my SLKR team. I showed you how you could do every single event with that roster, and I broke down exactly how to do it. But this video is a little bit special. Today we are tackling it with our Gungan squad. However, at the time of recording, I had already completed Proving Grounds with SLKR. So I have another friend of mine, another Twitch streamer and YouTuber, who has let me use his Gungan run through. And you'll see that behind my videos. I talk about what he's doing, how to accomplish Proving Grounds. I'll do it myself this time to see how it really works. Now I will preface this, Gungans do take a long time to do some of these events. Some of them take 8, 10, 12, 14 minutes to do. But if you're sitting like me with a roster where you're still trying to piece together teams, you don't have JML, you don't have Crex with a Phoenix ready to go. And if you're like me, you farm Gungans right away. So many of you just farmed them all for the Jar Jar event, earlier last month. So you just now got this great team, Relic 5, ready to go. Try and figure out what they can do. Can they do the raid? Yes. Can they do GAC? Pretty well. Can they do Proving Grounds? Well, let's find out. So we're going to hop on over to a Happy Fish's stream. I have the recording of a stream here in the background. He gave me some permission to use some of his videos here, kind of talk about the Gungans and see how they performed in this Proving Grounds. We're going to start here with Maul. This one is pretty straightforward. You kind of want to throw in your AoEs when Jar Jar Ghost has a chance to not cause anybody to counter you. You want to whittle down every character. You will see Happy Fish using his abilities on different characters, getting Kanan out, trying to get Hera out, going for Chopper. If I was to do it, and I'll try testing it myself on this Proving Grounds tomorrow, I'd probably get Sabine out pretty fast. She can stack Armor Shred, she can stack Staggers, she can do a lot of crits on you, she can attack multiple times. So getting her out early might help you keep your shield generator alive. As you watch this video behind me, you will see that it does take Happy Fish multiple attempts, as this was his first time going for this event. He'd never done Proving Grounds before until this moment. So he was very fortunate that Gungans were such a strong team here. He is going to be able to 3-star this eventually, but he does not use the event special ability, which I don't think is needed for this event. You really don't need all the stacks of offense on your team, which it could help if you try them. I may try it on Tarpals to give him a lot of damage, but he is able to do it without using the special event later on. He just kind of whittles down one character at a time. I recommend going for either Kanan or Hera first, like he's doing. The biggest thing to watch out for fighting the Phoenix squad is their counters, is doing an AoE when they're going to have a chance to counter you back. That can really wreck you over, and they could take out your units, especially if they've killed your shield generator. So that's the one thing I would watch out for, is timing your abilities whenever they're not able to counter you. Otherwise, keep Retribution up with Boss Nass's first special. That way when they attack you, your whole team counterattacks. Now during a Happy Fish's stream, he did eventually apply the Zeta. I believe it was to either Phalanx or Boomadir, where if it's during their turn and they kill somebody, that enemy can't be revived. I don't believe that Zeta is needed to complete this event. It did help him out, as Hera was throwing her revive on allies, and it was making the attempt much harder. So definitely is a Zeta you could apply if you wanted to, but it's not necessary to accomplish and to beat this Proving Ground event, but it is helpful. So watching a Happy Fish do this Maul Proving Ground event multiple times, you did notice there probably is some RNG elements to it, of when you stack your debuffs, but who dies first. If you get the ability to eliminate the revives, it makes it a little bit easier. My recommendation of kill order is probably Kanan, then Hera, then maybe Chopper or Sabine, then Zeb, then Ezra. The killer is important as Cannon does allow you to have the counterattacks on the Phoenix team. Hera creates the revive, so if you're not applying the Zeta, you want to get Hera out fast, that way she can't pop her revive ability on her allies. Beyond that, it's pretty much just go for one after the other, whittle them down, take them all out. And eventually, as you do, if your shield generator can stay alive, you have a much higher chance to win this event. But now let's move on to Boba Fett. Boba Fett's much easier. If you remember from my last video, SOKR can 3-star no problem. Pretty sure you can do it with CLS too. Gungans are much the same. Basically, you need to spread your AoEs and try to whittle one down after the other, try to keep them stunned. With your shield generator up, your Gungans barely take any damage, so it's just a matter of throwing out all the damage you can. AoE everybody, take them out one at a time. Happy Fish here, he takes out whoever is taunting first and keeps on going down their line. Eventually they lose all their stacks and they don't stand a chance against the Gungans. But next up we have Scythe. Scythe is a little bit different. I believe it takes a Happy Fish a few times to do, as Inquisitors can wreck your shield generator with all their AoEs. This event is possible. It does take a couple of attempts sometimes. You just want to get GI out first, and then once you get him out, it's pretty much easy. You just spread your damage and love all the way around. And you take them out one at a time. Try to hard focus one person. Right here it's Fifth Brother because he is taunting. Just take him out, keep the debuffs going around, cleanse your debuffs with Boss Nass when you can. And eventually you will be able to take them all out. You're not able to 3-star this event very easily, but I'm sure it is possible with the right RNG. You probably could 3-star this. Once your generator goes away, it's really hard to keep them all alive, all your Gungans alive. But next up we have Malgus. Now this event took a Happy Fish around 8 minutes to do. I'm not going to have you watch 8 minutes of this fight. The biggest thing is RNG. You're going to just spread damage around all you can. This event is possible. It gets down to the wire, similar to SOKR. Eventually you get down to just the Malgus in your team, and it is a war of attrition. There'll be times where he probably takes down your entire Gungan squad. There's times where you're able to whittle them down and keep your Gungans alive. If your generator can stay alive, you have a high chance of winning. It may feel like a wet noodle fight, but eventually you will whittle him down. Keep on throwing down debuffs, keep on calling your allies to assist. You may get lucky with a Jar Jar basic that knocks him out, but overall this is a long fight. A high chance of RNG to lose. It's similar to when you unlock Jar Jar, you're fighting Maul. It's just a big old tank fight. Now next we're going to have Trench. If you know the Gungans kit, like I do, they get a lot of bonuses against Separatists. So this event is super easy to 3-star. Happy Fish here focuses the Sniper Droid first, which I probably recommend because it can do a lot of damage and wipe out your generator. Then it's a matter of wiping out everybody else. I recommend going for Wild Tambor, then Trench, then probably Newt or Dooku, then say Jango for last. Really is similar to the Phoenix. Kill order is important here. I don't know if it's necessary for kill order, as it only took a Happy Fish 1 attempt to beat, but the Trench event is super easy, so you shouldn't have a problem here. And next we have Fury class. At least with a Happy Fish, I wasn't able to try it myself, but he was unable to beat this event. It's a little bit more challenging than the Malgus event because it spreads taunt around a lot more. You can't single focus people down. They're doing a lot of damage. This event may be possible, and I will try it on my account come this Proving Grounds. I'll let you know if it is possible down in the comments. But upon watching Happy Fish, he had a hard time beating this event. Eventually said, yeah, I don't think it's possible. But we'll see come tomorrow if I can do it or not. Next up we have Taron. This event is sort of easier. He is able to 3-star here. You want to hard focus Seer Junda. Now when I tried SOKR last video, I was not able to 3-star because I didn't realize you could stun Seer. I didn't even try it until near the end. So here you just want to kind of throw your damage down, see how it's going, take them down one at a time. Keep Seer beaten down with your shield generator active. You can't get one-shot by anybody on their team. Eventually you will be able to kill Seer Junda, as you watch here. Just gonna refresh myself by watching it for a second. Yeah, just throw out debuffs. Eventually Seer Junda will go down. He's going for Cal next. I'll probably go for Taron first. and then Cal, but either way works. As long as your generator stays alive, you have a high chance of beating this event. No problems. Now next we have Ben Solo. This event is a wee bit more challenging. I would say it's probably one of the hardest events to do as Gungans. You get down to the point where, well, I don't know if it's the hardest event. I think Happy Fish may have misplayed slightly. He went for the ads first. I would go for Ben Solo first, and then your AoEs will eventually take out the ads. If you're having a hard time fighting this, maybe take out Poe and Finn first, and then go for Ben Solo, and then go for Rey. Once Ben Solo's gone, this event's super easy. You just take out Rey next, and it's just a wash. This whole Gungan Proving Grounds is all about target selection, who to take down first, and go on from there. I'll do a little breakdown next in the next segment. That way you can figure out exactly how to do each one. So similar to the last video, I was not able to see a Razor Crest attempt because Happy Fish already had Razor Crest farmed up before the Proving Grounds, just like I did. But looking at the roster that you're going to fight on Razor Crest, I don't see why Gungans couldn't beat Imperial Remnant. You shouldn't have a problem. Just target down one person after the other, and eventually you can take them all down. Now Commander Ahsoka Tano, a little bit of a different story. Happy Fish was not able to beat her with his Gungans, I saw on stream. There are other teams you can use to beat this team, but it is a bit challenging as Maul and all the Mandalorians will destroy a generator in 2 or 3 seconds. This is definitely a more challenging event. I will test this myself come tomorrow, and I'll post as well if this is possible with the Gungans. As of right now, I'll say this is a no-go with Gungans. They are not able to beat Commander Ahsoka Tano until further testing, which I will do tomorrow. Then we have Maul. Maul is definitely accessible with the Gungans. Focus down Kanan, focus down Hera next. Then you can choose either Chopper or Sabine. Really the trick here is to focus them one at a time. If you don't apply the Zeta on, I believe, Boomadir, then you do want to take Hera out as fast as possible. That way she can't revive her allies. Boba Fett, Sign of Django. I would say this is probably the easiest Proving Grounds event. You can do it with CLS, you can do it with Gungans, you can do it with Slacker. This is a very easy event to do. Throw in your Gungans, whittle them all down with AoEs, take them down one at a time. As long as your generator stays alive, you should have no problems doing this event. Now, the TIE Interceptor is a challenging event. I believe with Reva, it makes Gungans not able to beat it. However, I have not tested it myself yet, but Happy Fish was not able to beat this one. I will test it tomorrow with my Gungans, and I'll let you know, either in the description or a separate video, if it's possible, with my own recording. Now, Darth Malgus is a challenging event. Many teams struggle to even get close to beating it. However, the Gungans seem to do a pretty good job. Happy Fish was able to beat him pretty hard. Once you get to the end, it is a wet doodle fight against Malgus. It may take you a few attempts to do, but I don't believe any Zetas are necessary to beat this event. Ben Solo can be a hard event, at least watching Happy Fish, but I believe if you focus Ben Solo first, and then go for like Finn and Poe, you should be able to do this event no problem. As long as your generator stays alive, Rey can't whirlwind and kill anybody, so you should be good to go. This event should just be an AoE spam, then hard focus Ben, then the ads, and then Rey. Scythe is a pretty easy event to do. As long as you get GI stunned and focus them down first, the rest should be pretty easy picking, just go for one after the other. And you do run a risk of the Inquisitors taking out your generator, since they all have AoEs and can call assists sometimes. As long as you take out Grand Inquisitor first, you should be able to hard focus one after the other. Fifth Brother taunt, so it's easy to focus down, but you want to try to get Grand Inquisitor down first. Tarpicals can be used to remove the taunt off Fifth Brother if he ever gets in your way, but just get the Inquisitor out first. Admiral Trench is another easy one. Separatists are a big weakness against Gungans. The Gungans have a huge advantage against all Separatists. Just take out Sniper Droid first, go for Watan Bor next, because Watan Bor can bring back units, and then go for Trench. The rest should be easy pickings. You'll probably keep most of them stunned for most of the fight. Really just throwing your AoEs, call in assists when you need to. I'd call in Boss Nass, he calls in assist 2, recovers protection, causes debuffs. He's a good one to call in with your other allies. Now, the Fury class Interceptor was not one that a Happy Fish could beat. I will test this one as well tomorrow to see if it is possible. As of right now, the time of recording this video, this is not one you can do with the Gungans. You can try it multiple times to see if it works, but it seems right now, the spreading of taunts, the inability to focus anybody down with the Gungans, this is just not one that's possible. Taron Malgus. The biggest trick here is keep your generator alive, focus down one person. A heavy fish focus down Seer unit first, and then Cal. My recommendation is probably Seer, then Taron. But as long as you can keep your generator alive, Taron should not be able to one-shot anybody on your team, so you should be safe. Just use AoEs, focus down one person. The biggest trick with this whole Proving Grounds with the Gungans is single target focus, one after the other. There's no ramping up, it's just to whittle people down. Gungans are a defensive team that has the ability to slowly wear you down. So that's the biggest trick here. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you get a win in Proving Grounds with a team that's not a GL or something crazy that you don't have yet. I know many of you have farmed Gungans, so I'm sure this will be useful for lots of you out there. Now, at the time of recording this video, Moff Gideon has not been testable yet in Proving Grounds, so I will try him out this Proving Grounds, see if it is possible. So that may be an interesting thing to see as time goes on if that event is hard. If Taron Malgus is any indicator, this next Proving Ground event won't be that big of a challenge. If you have a team that can do the other ones, should be able to beat this one too. But knowing CG, they may throw in a big curveball and make Dark Trooper Moff Gideon a very hard event. But I will let you know shortly, probably later this week, if it is possible. I'll try to get it out as soon as possible on Monday, when I have this bonus Proving Grounds ready to go later tomorrow. But guys, until my next video, y'all be good, and may the Force be with you.